Well, I'm here with Jake Dube from Line Skis, and we are going to go over several of the new things you guys have going on. But why don't we just start with these skis right behind us?
Yeah, so right here we have the Bacon collection. It's part of our All Mountain Freestyle collection. So kind of a collection in a collection, which end of this video you'll understand what I'm talking about. But first off, we have two skis here, the Bacon 108 and the Bacon 115. I'm so sorry about the Sir Francis Bacon, everybody. It's gone. And now it's called the Bacon. So something a little extra crispy for you guys here. We have the kind of long-standing Bacon, as you know, it was in the 107 width. We have upgraded that to 108 and added a few kind of tech components that make this ski a little extra special than the Sir Francis Bacon and kind of modernize what our what all of the line pros wanted, and as well as what customers have been asking for years. So let's go over a few of those key points. On the Bacon, we have the thick cut sidewalls. They're going to add extra impact performance for all mountain play. So you can literally, I hate saying this word, make the mountain your playground on a deeper sense. We're actually backing that up with extra rigidity there. A step further, probably one of the bigger points of this ski altogether, something I'm a huge fan of, is that we're taking the stiffness profile of this into a little bit stiffer range here.
Okay.
So the stiffness, being a little bit stiffer, you're going to get you're actually going to get quite a bit less chatter, which for me, this is my go-to ski, and many of us at Lines go-to ski, because when we're ripping around with the team, having this nice, fairly tight turn radius on the ski allows us to just, get to the action, get to my photos as a photographer for Line really quick. And we love that ability of the ski now to have some extra stiffness, so we can play a little bit more while we're actually working, which the two kind of blend together a lot at Line. And then going to one of the other huge tech aspects of the ski is our new thin tip technology that goes around both the tail and tip of the ski. This is going to allow a higher bonding area for like friction of the bond strength of the top sheet. So it's going to add for basically a stronger top sheet from tail to tip. And this is not just for the 108, this is for the 115. We brought the 115 in the collection as most of our free ride team's been expanding. We've had the line outline for a fair bit, and the outline has been thought to be tweaked over the last few years. We wanted to do something different, but a lot of the guys really loved its performance, especially in some deep pow. And we were like, why not just bring an extra width here in the Bacon so that you can have two options for your Bacon. You can have that 108 for days you're just trying to go out, have some playful fun, all mountain pow. It just snowed 5 inches. You're trying to go out with the crew, rip around. But also, it's kind of nice to have a very similar feel going into the 115 for those blower days when you're just like, fuck, we got to go out with the boys and just get crazy here. 115 and 108 are here. Wasn't going to mention this, but it's been asked quite a bit. 3D convex technology in the ski. We decided to get rid of it. When it did well, it did pretty good, but in the amount of conditions that it was doing well, it wasn't worthwhile to keep it comparative to what the ski without the convex technology, how it acts in snow. And our free ride team, Dylan Siggers, Mitchell Brower, those guys, once they've got these PTRs and samples of these skis, they realized really quick, like, yep, no need for the convex tech. So engineering team definitely spearheaded that to make sure that happened. And engineers working hand in hand with our athletes, per usual, text calls, long days and nights drinking and skiing, really helped us to get to this awesome new Bacon collection we have in all mountain freestyle. So.
Gotcha. So for someone who's familiar with the previous Sir Francis Bacon or Outline, what are the main takeaways they should expect coming into the new Bacon 108 and 115?
Yeah, so I'd say main takeaways are this. A lot of people, we were kind of expecting, we have a new ski called the Bacon. Obviously, Sir Francis Bacon, this is going to be the new edition of that. You're going to be getting the same conditions you would have ridden the Sir Francis Bacon in. You're going to be able to ride the Bacon in, as well as the 115. I'm just going to kind of clump those two together. For pow and play, these skis are going to do pretty much essentially if not a better job of capitalizing on those snow conditions that the skis are made for. So playful, a little bit of extra snow on the day, ripping around the mountain, having something that's not a hard charge free ride ski like the Blade Optic. This is that ski that allows you to really have fun because it's playful. It's, again, not to overuse that word, but I'm somebody who thinks when you're coming out of the park and getting on a ski like this, it's a pretty smooth transition.
Yeah.
But also it's a ski that if you've never ridden any park before, this is a ski you can go out and have an amazing damn time on a POW day.
Yeah, well, as we're recording this, it's dumping snow, and it snowed like 6 inches last night, so I'm hoping to get out on it after this.
I'm stoked to get you out on it, and these were actually the only 2 bacons I could get. Everybody took all the rest of the bacons this morning. So.
Anything else you want to touch on about the new bacon series?
Yeah, we've got some surprises in store. If you guys like these skis, I think Line's pretty excited to take all mountain freestyle to the next level, and that is not just with the Blade Optic collection. We're really excited to see what you guys have been asking us for years come to fruition, and stay tuned on the bacon collection. This isn't the whole collection yet, so we'll chat soon on that.
It's a good teaser. All right, so we just covered the new bacons. Why don't we talk about kind of flip back a year. Last year, I was talking with Connor Clayton about this brand new series of Blade Optic skis. How has the launch of that gone for you guys?
So the Blade Optic, this is a new lens on free ride for Line. Taking everything we know from the park to these guys who had ridden the park and now are free ride stars. Dylan Siggers, we've got Johnny Merrill, Jake Hopfinger, Ben Richards. The list goes on for sure here, but those to name a few. It has gone off way better than we were expecting. We thought we would have a pretty light entry into kind of a free ride collection for Line, and that was not the case at all. Right away, we had a prototype pair out in the wild. Jake Hopfinger ends up winning Kings and Queens of Corbett's. I believe it was 3 years ago when we first were getting it out in the market, or first getting it out in terms of prototyping. And then just this year, literally a few days ago, we had Ben Richards and Jake Hopfinger back at Kings and Queens, just hucking their stuff down there. And they're both on the 114 here. And now more and more, it's becoming just a massive hit. We're seeing so many free ride athletes in these different star events, whether they're college students now, which is the exciting part, seeing these college kids getting on Blade Optics and using these guys and telling their friends, and it becoming now, in some of these communities, it is the go-to free ride ski, especially at like Crystal Mountain in Seattle. You go there, everybody's riding them. And especially too with us, we've seen a lot of success with the 104. Mm-hmm. People seem to like that balance of the contact point with power that you're getting through that ski when you're charging. And then the 114 has just been a standout in those stellar POW days where you're up a little bit higher than you're supposed to be and you're ripping down pretty fast. That ski holds up. But yeah, great launch over the last year, and we're excited for the future to keep expanding the vision we have here with this new lens on free ride.
Yeah, I mean, several of us at Blister are huge fans of those skis, and what I really appreciate is that from the 92 to the 114, each ski is built for its own thing and actually feels pretty different from each other. Like the 114 is a pretty burly ski, and it makes sense why you see it on free ride circuits. And then the 92 is this super agile, lively ski, and then the 96 and 104 kind of slot between. But yeah, I've when we first got on them last year at the summit, I've been a big fan ever since.
Yeah, and we're, just for what you just said, super stoked how each of these skis you can I know a few people who have every ski in the collection now, which is exciting to hear. And each of those skis does something special. I mean, 114 has metal, 104 has metal, 96 has metal. The 92 doesn't have metal, and that was supposed to be as a gateway kind of to the rest of the collection. But now we have so many people buying the 92 because it has this flex profile that is just whoa, wasn't expecting that. And a lot of people are just riding that now. The collection's been a surprise and kind of an excitement to look forward to the future. And as well, future of the Blade Optics series is going to be pretty cool with some running changes coming over the next few years, which we'll talk about. But for now, we have the same existing collection here that has just been taking podiums across the world in free ride circuits. And yeah, coming to a favorite mountain near you for some free ride fun.
All right. Well, we just went over the metal laminate free ride category with the Blade Optics. Let's flip to something new. These skis behind us.
Yeah, we're super stoked on the Chronic collection. Existing already has been the Chronic 94 in the lineup. Dude, for the last 20 plus years, if you're anybody who has been anybody in the park, you've probably ridden, been around somebody who has had a Chronic, or know about kind of the legendary nature of this ski just ripping around the park and having full dominance there with that kind of stiffer profile of a park ski, but not being like a very stiff like Tom Wallisch Pro version that a lot of our comp kids use. So it's a good, well-rounded in-between that people like Simeon Glass on our pro team, as well as Jed Blue Waters, have just been dominating with over the last current era of line. But yeah, let's talk about the new. And I'm so excited because the Chronic 101 here, it is so much fun to take a ski that you're like just excited to go out on a park day, to take a ski out into the whole mountain. And that's what this ski is designed to be. This is designed to be that gateway for our park guys who want to go rip all mountain and want to be able to go, hey, it's snowing a little bit out today extra. Maybe I could take the Chronic 101 because I still want to go into the park when the PAL's getting a little bit cleared up around all the features the first 3 hours. So the Chronic 101, we've had the 94, we've added the 101, we've extended this width, we've added basically some new technology here on top of the widths, or of the new width of this ski, which we just kind of talked about with the Bacon collection. So we have that thin tip technology that's going to be really good for that freestyle athlete or somebody who just wants to maybe come into this, era of, hey, I am done riding the mountain everywhere. I kind of want something that does a little park. I might want to get into that. So if you don't want the 94, you have the 101 now with the thin tip technology that goes around for a really strong top sheet that's going to handle all mountain abuse. And that's tail to tip here. The ski itself performs incredibly well in terms of a stiffness profile. You go out there, you're expecting something maybe way too stiff because you have a park ski that's stiff, you're in the park, but you're in an all mountain environment now. Because of that width, you're getting a stiffness that feels very natural when you're all over the mountain. I know me, in my younger days, I've had, 94s, ripping massive POW days that I shouldn't have been ripping on, 2-foot dumps at Sugarloaf and Sunday River, and I'm like, why am I on a 94? This ski does it well, handles it with ease on some of that snow, and I'm super stoked to kind of get this, get these out in the hands of a lot of our park athletes as they're just ripping them all over the Midwest and West Coast right now, just getting them to the East. And this collection encompasses with the Bacons our all mountain freestyle collection. So we're trying to, again, make the mountain your playground. Who else is going to say that today?
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's allowed to say that. Really stoked on this collection. And then we still obviously have the existing 94. I don't want to keep that in the shadows. This ski is still an amazing asset in the park, and it's really cool to just have both now. Because I love those days where I can just go rip through the park, and then, if it starts snowing, run to the car, grab the 101s. That's what this collection's designed to do. And our graphics with Dan Daner are just, next level. So we have some of that skate style graphics going into the ski, which I think is much needed from our pro team being like, yo, make these fucking pop. And that's exactly what we did here. So and we're going to do that in the coming years as well. We're going to take this collection to new heights. And that's basically the runaround of everything with this collection.
Sweet. So you guys do a lot of different freestyle oriented skis. If someone's looking at like a blend, a Tom Wallisch Pro, and both of the new Chronics, how would you picture, or what sort of skier is going to get along best with the Chronics versus some of your other freestyle skis?
Great question. And out of the 913-year-olds that ask me for sponsorships in the DMs, I would say that is the next most asked question, and I have your answer. So we'll start from the bottom, work our way to the top here. We have the line blend in our freestyle collection. Will Wesson, Andy Perry have been using it forever, our traveling circus guys. Go watch the new episode 15.4 if you haven't seen it yet. Basically that ski is the softest of our freestyles, made for buttering, made for just ripping around, kind of the mountain and in a way softer flex specifically more the park there, obviously freestyle. And then going up from there, we could probably add the Honey Badger and Honey Bee into the equation here. They're going to be above that a little bit. And then you're going to go Chronic and then Tom Wallisch Pro.
Gotcha.
So these have that kind of flex just below our stiffest kind of ski that all of our athletes in the comp sector ride. So the Tom Wallisch Pro is up there, and then you got the Chronic right below. And yeah, this ski, because of that stiffness, it's a street beast. Got Jet over in Europe right now with Miggy and Jules on our team, just filming a bunch of street stuff, and they love this because it's not too stiff. Tom Wallisch Pro, where they can hop onto the Chronic here, and they have a stiffness profile that's fun for the streets and all. But again, like usual, get into the freestyle tangent. But yeah, we love the whole mountain too. Chronic 101, backing up the park and street dominance that we have here for the whole rest of the mountain.
Well, thank you very much for the recap on the new Chronic skis. Anything else you want to touch on about the brand?
Yeah, obviously Blister's pretty connected to some of these engineering aspects, skiing and getting some of the tech details. And at Line, I've been so shocked working with Line how closely our engineers are hand in hand with our athletes. It's a text, it's a call, it's a meetup. Our athletes are every day communicating with engineers, whether it's out on snow and they're noticing something new that they want, whether it's an idea at 2 a.m, writing it down on a piece of paper, regurgitating to our engineers. That's all happening, and it's so sick how much everybody feels like they can be a part of Line. And this is people on the amateur team, on the pro team. Everybody is giving input to make this brand better, and that's what these skis are. It's not just a press and go here at Line. Seeing the blood, sweat, and tears behind the scenes has just made it so exciting to work for a brand that cares not only about its athletes, but about what the consumer base wants, and not necessarily wants, but needs. So we're excited to kind of take that into the future with Line. Amazing engineering team with Sean and the rest of our crew down in the ARC, our Advanced Resource Collective, where we spin up some of the craziest, wildest ideas. And I can tell you everything we've shown you today is kind of a drop in the bucket. And we have this talk next year. When I say we're getting ready to do some crazy things, this will all make a lot of sense. So we're happy to have you for the ride here.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the rundown, and looking forward to testing all these new skis and seeing what you guys have coming next year.
Oh yeah. Let's go skiing, baby.